And good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Feed the Beast series. I'm just loading into the world here. And for this episode, as controls go a little bit wonky there for a moment, usually takes a moment for things to settle out and figure out what's happening. Anyway, for this episode, I thought we would possibly build out a bit of a tree farm in let's go this direction here. So we already have a fair number of blocks on hand, um, and we've got a decent number of resources available to transmute as well. Getting the tree farm up is a good way of building up our EMC production in the beginning here, and we want to build this. This kind of also going to be a bit of a temporary one. So we're not going to do anything super fancy. We're just going to go out this way a little ways. And I think at least for the time being, most of these bridges are going to end up as just one-wide bridges. We may change that in the future, but for now we don't want to use up too much of our precious resources in order to build this out. So we want to get a fair distance away just so we have some room to work and we don't get in the way of any future building that we may want to do. So I think I'm not actually counting any specific number of blocks out. I'm just going out about how far it feels, more or less natural. And I think this will do. So we're going to, and this is not going to be an automated tree farm, by the way, so if you were expecting that, well, sorry about that. We're going to make this platform, let's see, those trees end up 5 wide, so we want to be, we're kind of going to make the tree area in the middle. So we want to have, oh, I guess probably enough room. Wow, that looks really weird having the having those mobs get launched off the platform the moment they spawn by the interdiction torches. That was really wild looking. Distracted. Anyway, where was I? I think we want to do this probably a 5x5 area in the middle as a spawning or as a tree area. So we want to go 5 wider than that on each side. So we'll build out towards the middle here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where this is kind of going to be the middle of the tree area. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to be that part of it. And we will probably make use of this area for other things as well in the future. This is, and you'll notice that I was not going to fill in underneath of that to begin with, but I think I want to after all. I'm going to go, ooh, I see a spider sitting there, and a creeper wandering its way over. I'm going to go and take the last bit of gold that we have. We can always get some more, and I'm going to make some torches, and then a couple iron in order to put stone in here in order to make more cobblestone. That will do for the time being. And we're going to put a torch here to match, and one about here on both sides, and here on both sides, and one in the middle for the time being. So let's finish filling in this area. Like I said, we'll use this tree farm area for other purposes as well. Uh, Once we get more established and have other things that we need it for. So just like so, build out this way. I wasn't going to fill in underneath of this, the tree area initially, but I think I want to have that all solid. Um, just reduces the risk of bad things happening. So it's 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. So this part all gets built upwards. I'm just going to give myself a little bit of room to work around it first. Like so. I think that spider wants to come over here and say hi, but he can't actually get to us at the moment, which is perfect because we don't really want to say hi to him. So we're going to fill that in like so. And now we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 this way. This just, the 5 wide from the middle, just makes sure that we don't lose any. It should cover the majority of saplings that may drop and things like that, because we don't want to be losing those if we can avoid it. We may end up losing some things over the edge, but we should get the vast majority of them this way. It's always a little bit exciting trying to build these platforms out when you can't fly. Eventually we'll probably be getting ourselves a Swiftwolf's Rendingale or something similar so that we can fly, but that won't be for a while. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. And build out this area here. Like so. The most boring part of these builds is building out floating platforms. Unfortunately, it will be a while before I have anything that can even remotely make this faster. So, yeah, we'll just have to deal with it. So, we're going to fill in this area like so. I'm not filling in the area underneath of the railing area. There's not really any need to do that. We're not going to, even if we build out additional area from this platform, we can, it's not very hard to build out underneath of it later on when we need to. Let's go ahead and set up torches on this area. So one there, comes straight across from this edge, straight across from this in the corner, and one here, one here. And I'm going to put one on these corners as well for the time being. There's that part sorted. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I probably should go ahead and actually get the center area switched over to dirt and get some trees planted here before long. It shouldn't take much longer to finish filling this out, though. Now that we've got the basic shape sorted out. A torch in there, and one here. How many? Okay, we got lots of cobblestone left. And I may use the transmutation or philosopher's stone to turn all of this into smooth stone or something else in the future. Probably not anytime soon, because the last time I played too much with changing surfaces, especially of any large area, I took the fluorite and turned it into sand right under my feet and had very unfortunate encounter with the void. So yeah, I'm a little bit more hesitant about using the Philosopher's Stone for that purpose very often. Don't get me wrong, it's an incredibly useful tool, but in the hands of someone that is prone to clicking the wrong thing, it can do all sorts of have all sorts of nasty surprises. Okay, now we've got that part sorted. Take that, take these, and our Philosopher's Stone. Come back over here and certify this place. I know I can charge this up to do this in a larger area. Yeah, we just discussed why I'm not going to do that, though. There we go, like that. Awesome. Very awesome. So, we're going to plant a tree here, one here, one here. I kind of want to give a good bit of space to each of these trees to grow up to be its biggest and as big and strong as it possibly can. So we're going to set those out something like that. Grab these torches back, and we're going to put torches around the middle, like so. And let's see. We'll put, I think we got enough torches to do this. That way, every space that is not going to get a tree has a torch, so to keep the light level on the trees at the maximum, even when they grow. And we're going to take these saplings and go replant them real quick before we go harvest that last, go harvest the tree that just grew. Plant them there. Perfect. I probably will make this wider later on just to make it easier to move around. Break this, chop this tree down, and we'll break as much of the leaves as we can reach and plant any additional saplings that we can. Perfect. Looks like we can reach all the way to the top. And it's raining. It does seem to rain an awful lot in this particular world for some reason. Break all of these leaves. And then, now that we have the tree farm set up, we'll take a look at what it will take to... Really? No saplings at all? Didn't miss any. I didn't see any fall at all. That is weird. That doesn't usually happen. Okay, so let's take a look at the cube. So there's the weighted companion cube, the weighted storage cube, and some other stuff related to them. We can make the weighted companion cube like so. And I think we just need to give the cube a flower in order to turn it into a companion cube. I don't think I have any bone meal, unfortunately. Take that back out. So unfortunately I can't actually make the flowers quite yet. I think what we need to do is probably the next time it gets dark, do some hunting on the pyramid and see if we can safely get us some bone meal. In the meantime, I'm going to put the wood back in this chest. Oh, excuse me. And Let's see here. Not going to worry about making a bucket for water or anything quite yet. Actually, yes I am. For what I have in mind next, we kind of need to have... We kind of need a bucket for what I have in mind. We should have enough wood to turn into iron to make another... to make another iron ingot. Should have enough stuff anyway when we get to make the companion cube. Yeah, that was real good. I just know I'm going to end up transmuting the ground underneath me away at some point. So we're going to pick up this water and we're going to cover up this hole. That way we know where the water goes to get us back down to the nether if we need to. Then we're going to teach this to the transmutation tablet so that we can get more water out if we need it. And, yeah, we do need it, actually, because we need to make an infinite spring. In fact, we can... I don't know how much water is worth. Water's only worth 1 EMC, so it's not really worth doing this particular little trick. But we're going to teach the bucket as well. And look, now we have another bucket of water. In fact, now we can take the cover back off of this, put our water back, and put our water bridge down back in place. And we just need to put our bucket back in here with one more stone to get our second bucket to make our infinite spring. Easy as pie. Hey look, we got some trees. Let's go chop down some trees real quick. And then break a torch, because I'm just silly that way. So break some trees. And once we lay down our water spring, we can also pull back. That was weird. That was really weird sounding. Ah, a skeleton on the bridge. And a creeper on the bridge. So much for that idea. I think we are going to have to actually build our mob spawner before we can really collect any bones, which the mob spawner is next up on the list. Now that we got the trees in place and growing to help augment our EMC production and our resources. Plant a couple more trees. Now that we have the trees growing, then it's should be a little bit easier to build out to the other direction and build up a mob spawning tower. And should have enough wood to build ladders up to the top of it as well. Break some of these, see if I can get a couple of saplings real quick. And then we'll start building out to the spawn platform that I have in mind. We're going to keep this spawner relatively close because we want to be able to make sure that we're close enough to keep it spawning all the time, or at least as much as possible. And it will form a really nice steady stream of items that we can transmute into additional EMC. There we go. It's being really stingy with the saplings. Why is it so stingy with saplings? Looks like I have room for 2 more saplings over here. Let's see, let's take... That's enough wood for the moment. Let's take this, and turn it into torches. I think we have enough cobblestone to start with. Let's make a ladder that we can teach to the transmutation tablet. And we'll take half of the wood and turn it into ladders. We actually only need 20... we're going to do 26 of them. And that should tell us when we are at roughly the right height for our spawning platform. So we need to cut into this wall right here. And out we go. This time we do want to go a specific distance. And look, see, we got another tree already. So those are growing wonderfully. We want to go... Let's go 18 blocks over. Should be far enough away to make sure it spawns, and close enough to make sure it stays active. So as soon as that particular stack of blocks is used up, then we know we're far enough away. And we can, that will be where we start the platform that we're going to build out for our spawner. Like so. And we will go one more on, then build out either side. Go here, build up. Go here and build up. And put torches. And then build back the other direction. And this might be faster if I built both sides at once, but yeah, I'm not that good at building these in general. And there we are. Torch here, and a torch about here. Should keep it bright enough. And I find it's easier to build when I can have my back to solid platform. Another torch here. Oops. And there we go. There's our bridge. Now for this one, we don't need as big of a center area. We want to go, we'll give it a, we'll put the spawn, start the spawn tower with 4 blocks on either side. So there's the front of the spawn tower. And, hey look, I see snow. There's one side, and there's the other side, and now we just need to get around to the back of it here. And there's the center of the back. So you can tell this episode is going to be super interesting with just a bunch of platform building. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like so. That's not where you belong. I can use you to put start the wall where it does belong. Break those. As long as I don't end up walking my way off of this with by not sneaking when I should be. That would be very unfortunate. So we got 2, 3, and 4. And one there. Build our channel, or our handrail rather. Break that, because they didn't go where they're supposed to be. I might actually have to pull out some mushroom soup here before too long. Darn it. I'm just doing horrible at the block placement here. Out this way, like so. And let's get some torches on this bad boy. One there, one in the middle. We still need to finish building out to the middle on this side. One in the middle here, and in the corner here. How many blocks? Yeah, we still got a fair bit left. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here we go. And coming up pretty close to the end of this episode now. And I'll try to finish this up real quick. I don't think I'm going to make it before the official clock time comes up to the end of this episode, but may go just a hair over to finish building the base platform, so that next episode we can just start directly on building the spawning tower, because that will be way cooler. Well, I think it's way cooler than just building a platform myself. So now we have this corner built in, and we're almost done with this corner. Anyway, I'll start wrapping it up here. I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and like I said, this is not replacing the Technic Trials series by any means. I do have enough of those. I do keep recording those as well to make sure that I have that time slot filled in as well. And please subscribe to the channel and hit like on videos if you like them. Please leave comments. If there's anything you'd like to suggest, please feel free to make comments on that. Obviously, I can't promise to include everything, but I will include what I can. And hope you guys have a great night. See ya!